And you definitely know that this is the Red Wizard summoning Tiamat, and you can actually tell that this is like a sort of like a very dark religious type of. It's not a common language, but it uses a lot of religious dialect, and you're able to tell that they are basically in the process of summoning Tiamat. And you can hear words basically saying, you can hear the chanter saying, "Rise, Tiamat! You have the tribute, you have the sacrifices that you've required. We have done everything that you have given us the visions to see." And this is all in like a religious dialect. And as this goes on, every once in a while you can start to feel the ground, and actually the towers start to shake a little bit. You don't know if it's you don't know if this is from the battle, you don't know if this is from the ritual itself, but yeah, Tiberius, that was a great check, and you definitely know that this is in a religious dialect, and they are definitely in the process of summoning Tiamat.
All right.
Well, we need
Guys,
to get there quickly.
Absolutely. I think we should. I can do an earthquake and level the entire place. Just let it collapse.
Capital idea, type.
That's inside of it, yeah.
Meteor swarms. They can do meteor swarms. You
I
can
have
do earthquakes,
earthquake.
and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, we're done. It's easy. Gods are easy to kill. So, I think what we need to do though is obviously, if we're right in the middle of this ritual, in my experience, if we can stop the ritual or corrupt the ritual in some way, then what they summon will either be out of control or they won't be able to, or they won't summon it at
Or
all.
deformed or something, right?
I'll just
Yeah.
claim all this gold for myself.
We
And
can
then
come
that
back for
way-
the gold.
Later, Willa.
And then,
Wait,
and, then,
later.
and then that way that it won't be, they won't have a tribute.
I will help
Yeah.
you carry it if
Yeah,
you will assist
absolutely.
us in this match.
Yes, exactly. I'll help you carry it because you're not going to really be able to spend a lot of gold if the world's on fire.
You
That's
know,
my point. See, it won't be Tiamat's tribute, it will be mine.
as you leave the tribute room, there is this huge neon light that's flashing. Over 1 billion gold stolen from the Sword Coast. I'm sorry. And it seems like it just keeps going up. The little ticker
What are you talking
keeps
about,
going
Dave? I'm
up.
stuffing my pockets on the way through that room.
That's the best thief ever. Stealing.
Sure, there's all kinds of
Ching,
gold, and
ching.
as Widow is taking this gold, all of a sudden you can start to feel these rumbles intensify a little bit more. These rumbles, and
We would have
pictures
stopped if we wouldn't waste
We had better make
time.
haste. Yes.
pictures
we were
start to
there.
fall off of the wall, and
Didn't
the glass
say I
shatters.
stopped
in
and
them.
wasted time. I said as I was passing through.
Ah.
I'm a skilled and talented thief. I was swiping stuff as I was just. It was like telekinesis, man. This stuff was just flying in my
I think
pocket.
we need to. I think we need to hurry up.
You
Let's
hear
try
a-
to. Maybe we can disrupt this ritual. Let's go to the center room.
Well, then it sounds like we need to go into one of these center doors and make our way probably up.
Yeah, just as
All
you
right,
guys
absolutely.
are.
Start checking these doors.
Yeah, just as you Widow starts stuffing the last of the gold into her skin tight leather cat suit, you can hear a.
I got an empty backpack.
You can see her like the grumblings of a very low roar. Way off. Do you have a blanket on your legs, Willie?
Of course I do. I'm an older gentleman.
You're a gentleman, Willie. Nice.
It keeps so you won't see how excited he
He
is.
probably doesn't have pants on underneath.
That's
All
right.
So yeah, as you know, Widow's taking this tribute, stuffing it into her pockets, into her backpack. She's just shoveling it in, man. And all of a sudden, like I said, the rumbles are starting to intensify a little bit more. Tapestries are falling off of the wall. Books are kind of flying off of the bookshelves. And as you guys make your way back into the hall, there's another door on the left. And like I said, the hallway is probably about 15 feet wide, 15 feet wide-ish, 20 feet wide-ish or so. And it's, like I said, it's a circle. So you're kind of following this circular path around, and there's no doors on the right to where you're at here, but there is you can see that there are 2 doors on the left there, and they're kind of close together.
Are they like 2 doors,
we're
like
not-
double
we're not
doors,
using any
or are they
maps for
2
this,
doors
Steve.
like right next to each other?
I don't like the maps for. They're probably the doors are probably about space probably about maybe 15 feet apart, to where it would
Okay.
look like they're probably separate rooms.
Since Widows
I
spent
think
all
the
of her
maps
time
for Rise
stealing
of
gold and
Tiamat
rolling
were
up
horrible
tapestries,
for,
we're going to
for
have
the
to
temple,
sprint
so I'm not using them
over
because they're
to
just
the
plain out
doors.
ugly.
And I'm going to look behind. I'm just going to swing this door open. We'll go to the one on the right.
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
guys think? Swing it open? Jump in? All right,
Right.
Dave, we push
there
open
a
the
map or
door. What
something?
does it reveal?
No, there's no map. We're doing this. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the Rise of Tiamat maps for this. I mean, you have this big, grand, epic adventure, and then you have like the worst maps ever for the Rise. For the temple part and stuff like that. So I'm not using them. I just don't like them. So we're going to do this
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the Mind, guys.
Dave, I don't have
Not-
imagination.
All my
Could you help
spells
me out
are
with
area
this?
of effects and stuff.
Not to say that we won't have a map or anything. But I'm saying right now we're not.
Oh, okay.
Just for exploration and whatnot. No, we're not. So as you guys,
Yeah, explorations for losers.
you guys bust through this door, right? You guys said you bust through the door, or what are you doing?
Tiberius
Listening out the
opened the
door.
door.
I swing open the door and I step to the side and let Dee Dee be right there.
Right, I've got
Okay.
my shield and sword out in hand. I'm willing to brave this unknown here.
Okay. You basically bust
peek
the
into
door
the door,
open.
Dave.
Yeah, you open
Push
it up,
Trump in.
and all of a sudden, as you open the door, you hear this again. The horn goes off, and when you open the door, you can see that there is a human standing at the open window, and you can, as you open the door, you can smell the smoke and death from the window being open, and there's a brisk breeze that's coming in. You open the door, and wind and smoke and ash is kind of coming out into the hallway, and as you move in, there's this horn on a pedestal, this huge horn, and you open the door, the horn goes off, this human is blowing this into this horn, what appears to be a human, and he walks over to the window and is looking out of the window as you guys open the door, because there's so much noise going on, he did not hear you.
As the fellow making all the racket, 2 arms.
Oh my
So-
god.
You're gonna go 2 arms? I thought Widow was gonna go up there and like put some coins in his hat. Play me something nice.
Right, and this figure is just
Well-
standing, this huge window, probably
He doesn't see us.
15 feet tall.
He's
I'm not
blowing
gonna
his horn. He can't hear shit.
And this is the Draken
just
horn.
right.
And this is a
You should just let me
the
take
dragon.
care of this.
fairly large horn.
Stealth up and take him out. Backstab.
Alright, Dave. I'm just waving these guys. Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
All right.
Isn't this the best way to let everyone know something's wrong?
Hmm.
All right, so Widow, you want to go in and try to assassinate this person then, right?
Well, I don't know. Is that,
Make
You
up
want
your
this
decision.
person to
He
keep
is
blowing
standing
his
at the
horn?
window. I mean, he possibly could turn at any moment and maybe start to
Well, this
walk over and
dragon
blow
horn
the horn
controls
again.
people.
It controls
dragon-
the
I'm gonna-
dragons. It doesn't control
Controls
the dragons.
yes.
It's like you were told before you guys started messing around with the deck of many things there on the island of ice, and you really didn't get a complete. I guess you didn't get a complete. Overview of what the horn could do, because the tiefling came out and told you to get out of here, basically. Now, you found this information out of the council that the horn doesn't control the dragons. All it does is just call all of the dragons from around the entire lands of Faerun, and it's basically like a system to bring them all together and to know that, hey, look, there's danger coming. That and that's why the metallic dragons came to you. So, yeah, and that's what
But
you
the
guys
lady
had
elf
found
makes
out
a
at
good
the
point, though.
at
Maybe
the
we
at
should
the
take
council.
the horn and keep blowing it afterwards.
I'm gonna just usher them back out into the
All
hall.
right. Quit pushing.
Quietly close the door.
Chunk!
Just say, I think we should just leave him be.
All right. Try the other door then.
Right.
Okay.
We don't want anybody to know that we're here.
Okay, so you're leaving the doors. You're leaving the room as well, Widow. You're kind of
I'm walking
Yeah.
out the door
Okay.
and
She closed it
quietly
behind her.
give
it behind me.
me a stealth check.
A stealth
Widow.
check.
Yeah, give me
Oh.
a stealth check.
She farts just at the end. The guy turns around.
Steps on like a twig or something.
No, not with my
Alright.
stealth proficiency.
My tummy.
And keep in mind that I do have all kinds of stuff to help me with my, but I don't really need it.
Well, you've got that skin-tight black suit. Surely that facilitates stealthy actions.
And that's bumpy because of all the gold she's jammed down there. So it looks like she's a misshapen beast.
Looks like a
Oh, it's
those
in my
little squeezed
backpack.
coin pouches or something.
Like a
Let me just put
50-pound
it this way.
backpack full of gold.
She
on
added
it.
2 more armor class to her character. 'Cause she's got so much gold.
Right.
I'm not stupid. I know what side my bread is buttered on. That's why I'm gonna buy me my keep.
You remember how to use the dice in this game?
I
Widow?
did. I did it already.
just roll it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm the
She
one that
has, okay.
has stuff up in front of the dice tower, so I'm trying to get the dice tower from being covered up. My bad.
No, you're fine. I got a plus 15.
Yeah, but you want to know what you rolled?
Oh,
3. No.
I swear you rolled a 1. I mean, you can even.
I call it bullshit.
I'm definitely not calling
You
that.
really did.
Definitely not
Till
calling
I
bullshit.
tripped.
So just
Even a sack of gold I had carrying around with me.
yeah, just as you're starting to close the door, the figure turns around, and it is a figure in a red robe. And as sort of like a flash of light comes in, maybe from a dragon shooting fire, or one of the dragons shooting lightning, as it kind of lights up the inside of the room, and you can see that he's in a red robe, highly decorated, bald head, sort of like a grayish greenish tattoo on his head, and he turns around and he sees you, and he says, "What are you doing?" Because he sees you are in cultist regalia, and he turns and says, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be in the room with the dragon horn. What are you doing, cultist?"
All hail Tiamat.
I'm looking for the bathroom.
Deer in the headlights here, Widow?
So, did you send me something, Tiberius? You know better than to. You should be sending it to me in Steam.
No, I'm not sending you anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was dice. Okay.
All right, quickly.
I looked at him
What
and
are you
said,
doing? You're not supposed to be in the horn with the dragon. You're not supposed to be in the room with the horn. You know this,
We are
cultist.
simply. Oh, would you like me to answer, or are you going to continue speaking over me?
Hurry, speak up. You are not in the position to tell me what I cannot and what I can say. Speak up, cultist. Speak, female.
We are here because we suspect that there may be intruders within the tower, and so we were ordered to conduct the search.
And who has conducted this search?
Psst, what's his name again, Tiberius?
You
Roll
guys,
intelligence.
I guess you guys will write this stuff down. Let's see. There's Rathmadan. He is the Red Wizard. There is Severin. He is the
Right.
leader of the cult.
Okay, I said I will tell him that Rathmadan.
Big sigh. Okay, you'll say that's Rathmadan.
Yes.
Did you interrupt Wrath and for the ritual? He is supposed to be summoning Tiamat right now. The final steps of the ritual is being performed, and there are
And that is why it
intruders
is
here.
essential. It is essential that we scour here, so we do not want the ritual interrupted. Now, if you will excuse me, I would like to continue my search so that we can summon the great Tiamat with no issue.
You may carry on, cultist. Hail Tiamat! Praise
Thank you very
Tiamat!
Praise Tiamat!
Praise Tiamat.
Hail Hydra.
All right, so you
God.
close the door and
I
then
was
you
going
can
to call
hear
him
the horn again.
syphilis.
Syphilis.
It's not syphilis, it's severance. I just felt like telling that guy, dude,
You should have. I would
Isn't
have
it
just
blow
started till I
time?
laughed.
That's just in my head.
We're just lowly minions. We don't have that much dealings with upper management. I mean, just blow his ass off.
Yeah, you're in
Like
you're
he
in,
ever talks to Severin.
you're in basic cultist regalia. It's not like you're wearing a purple
Yeah, I
robe
mean,
or
what is
wearing
this
a
guy
dragon
doing?
mask or anything. You know?
Right.
I feel like, dude, your job is to just blow this horn every
Yeah,
5
he's a
minutes.
hornblower. It's more
Exactly.
of a title than anything.
No, yeah, are you suddenly better than us? You're a freaking hornblower. You're not even playing a song. You're just blowing it. What kind of training did that take?
Onward
Oh,
and
I know.
upward.
You
I
have
love
to
you
be able to
guys.
breathe.
It was like my
Classism
mind
of
froze
the
up,
guys
and I
are
was
absolutely
like, I
great.
almost
Should be
did
stopping
say
this
syphilis.
nonsense.
To see what you would say, Dave.
You guys are great. I swear
Hey,
to God.
moving on. Let's try not to bust the doors down next time, WE.
Hey, we've learned something. You're just lucky I didn't, cast silence or
This
something
is
crazy
this
like
is
that.
this is the Tiamat map. This is
But
absolutely
after
garbage,
we defeat
guys.
Tiamat,
just
I like
don't
to kill that
it.
guy.
I just
Just
don't
keep
like
that
it.
in mind. We'll go back and kill him.
He'll
It's on-
be out,
it's
but
on
he'll
the
be out of a
to-do
job the
No,
entire
it's
time.
personal.
Absolutely garbage.
Yeah, he insulted me. Like, who are you, dude?
He's on our to-do list. We'll get back to him.
You're gonna get back.
Yeah,
to
but your
the-
to-do
the
list
Red
is a little
Lizard
different
there.
than my to-do list.
But you're on my to-do list, and not in a good way.
Oh,
Whoa.
snap. Yeah. Do me,
Get a
baby.
room after we get done with this, guys. Let's get on.
Wow.
Alright, let's hit the next door, I guess. This time we better crack it open and
Sure.
look inside.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Just swing it open.
Well, you crack the door. Who's cracking the door open, by the way? As you need to give me
Oh,
a
I guess
stealth
it's gonna-
check opening the door.
Oh,
I-
shit, that's me.
I guess
I'll
that
let you
could
do
be
it, Widow. Yeah, no, you do it. You're the stealthiest
Yeah.
of all the stealth.
Oh yeah, I could. That was self-evident in my last roll.
Because you're the best one roller ever. It's like the second time you've rolled a 1 and the 2 times that you've rolled the dice today. So figure that one out.
Yeah, exactly.
Much better stealth roll there. Not by much though, only by
A 2.
3.
A 2.
Nah, she rolled a 4.
You doubled the
I shouldn't be
greatness
telling
of
you
your last roll.
the rolls. But it looks like this room
Oh,
is
it doesn't
a
matter after.
probably the chamber of the more high-ranking cultist. You know, you can now remember throughout the Rise of Tiamat, there are different levels of cultists. Now, you guys have had these robes for a while. These are basically the run-of-the-mill types of cultists. And then you know that there are the Dragon Soul and the Dragon Fang. They have these. Their attire is in like a black, and they're the ones that actually have. Remember the mask? They actually have these masks. So this, and you know that these are the higher-ranking cultists of the Cult of the Dragon, and this is basically a like a chamber where they sleep. There's probably a dozen or so really nice quality beds. These have mattresses on them, nice pillows. It actually has a scent of like a honey oil with a couple candles burning. Actually, a really nice room. Looks like a very homely
Scent of
place to
candles.
sleep. Yeah,
Okay.
there are trunks at the end of every one of these bunks, and it's empty. No one is in here.
No stairs leading upwards in here, I suppose.
No, there's no stairs, but like I said, the walls are sort of like there's these portholes that are probably about 10, 15 feet apart, and you can, now that you've got with your perception that you had, Dee Dee, you were able to focus. This is where the chanting is coming from, basically, because you can just look at that hole and you can just hear, or you can't
like a
see the
subwoofer.
sound.
I
Yeah,
can feel
exactly.
the air
You
pressure
can
of
feel it
sound
coming out. Yeah,
from it, I guess.
and it's very, it's like a very deep and it's like a bolsterous sound, with heavy emphasis on and,
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
oh my gosh, it's gonna start raining?
I expect it to rain at any moment. All right.
Exactly.
just
We should be getting to
Just-
where this sound is coming from.
well, just envision like sort of like the mix of maybe like a I would say like a Native American type of chant mixed in with like maybe something from the Middle Ages with the church and chanting in Latin, and so it's sort of like a mixture of that type. That's how I would envision this type of ritual. So you guys, screw you guys. I'm going
You should
home.
have practiced that one. That car, Dave. While
Well,
you're
I make a
driving your
mental
son.
note that the trunks would be a nice place to hide the bodies later, but
No.
You said that, were there
Right.
any of these masked robes in here, Dave? Maybe one of us, if there is, one of us
Sure.
should pose as a higher up. Or
There
something.
is, there's a couple masks hanging up and a couple suits that you could definitely get into.
no, Tiberius, it's not going to be you.
No, why don't you wear it, Widow? You seem to have a flair for getting yourself out of difficult situations, although you have a problem remembering names and such, but surely you could talk your way out of things better than the rest of us.
Oh, I don't know. Tiberius is quite the bullshitter.
Indeed, is that so, Tiberius?
It is so.
And Vey is quite talented with her
The
words.
lady elf has been quite quiet.
Something like that. And this is the Drakhorn that was
what is
on
that?
The key is to
on the
bore them to
pedestal.
death first before you answer.
Okay.
Bore them to death first.
That was the Drakhorn,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what the Drakhorn.
and it's made of dragon scales or something.
Yeah, it's made out of like the tail of a dragon. Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh,
a hell of a
basically we're
strap on.
blowing into the tail of a dragon.
Holy
Talk
shit,
about blowing
Vey.
smoke up your butt. This is basically what you're saying is happening.
And this is basically what the individual looked like that was speaking to you inside of the chamber with the Drakhorn.
Oh, really? We should have said, "Hey, dude, you're the one blowing into the tail hole of a dragon. What are you telling me what to do?" Man, that art is excellent. Who did that
It
picture?
is.
That's really good.
That's all
Probably
art from
my
Rise of Tiamat art.
The only problem I have is when it rains, that outfit's gotta suck. You're always gonna get wet.
I know, and all that water's going to gather and like kind of hold in your neck area and make you drowned. Well, if you have
Yeah,
the
it just
faceplate
scoops
on,
down and then you'll drown.
yeah.
That's right. Or you knock
Okay.
him down in the snow, he'll just scoop it up. It'll be really cold on his head.
So there's a couple of those higher level robes in here, so who would like to dress up?
Of course, I'm gonna dress up.
No, except for Tiberius.
Oh,
Of course,
okay.
I'm going to dress up and role play it. Of course.
Of course.
Hello.
Why don't you pick one, Vey? You fit the part quite well.
what is it?
One of these lieutenant dragon robes, as it were, lady elf.
Yeah, they're basically
Not- she's-
representing the higher ranking members of the cultist, of the cultist organization.
I don't think all of us should have one.
Yes,
No.
yes.
That's
Well,
why I
at least
said
one or
only
two of us. At
one or
most.
two.
Sure, I'll take one.
All right.
Has a mask on it.
So it looks like Widow and Vey are pretty much going to look like or represent the higher ranking individuals.
Well, Tiberius can do it if it really means that much.
No,
to
no,
him.
go ahead. I mean, it'll make more sense if it was a male, but we'll see if this is gonna work.
Dispatching
Whoa,
him
whoa,
instantly,
Tiberius.
Just kidding.
aka bitch slap.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
sure
you
we're
can-
not gonna
you can-
offend
you
both
can
women
wear
in
it.
the channel. Okay,
You
I'll
can
put
wear
it on. I'll put it on.
You'll get further with women by appeasing their vanity, Tiberius, or so I've learned.
That's right.
Also, you hear
I'm
this
Tiberius, I don't care
monstrous
about
bellow
women.
again. kind of echo throughout the entire chambers. Not the horn, but this monstrous, this that type of
All right,
monster
that can't
sound.
be good. We've got to get a move.
That can't be good. I did that, or somebody's got a tummy ache. All right, so let's
Could
put
be your stomach.
I'm gonna put this outfit on. And there's a mask to it. I thought you said, right?
Sure, yeah.
That's what the
there's
ladies
masks.
are wearing.
Okay, so listen. I'm sorry to do this to you, Widow, but if there's a mask, then maybe the people that can speak Draconic should be wearing this stuff.
That would
Can't
be.
speak Draconic.
Oh, okay.
You and Vay, right?
Yeah.
I'll
also
take
speak
the
Draconic, but
I'll take
Tiberius.
the sash off and give it back to her, and I'll pop the mask off and I'll put it on her.
And this will cover my stunning beauty.
Yeah, you're fine. You're cool.
This is news to me. All right, I will keep that in mind from now on. Widow is a stunning beauty. All right.
She rolled a 20, I rolled a 19, and
Whoa, I'm surrounded by a bevy
And
of beauties.
Tiberius is a 17 too, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got like long flowing hair and.
Just an
Incredibly
inferiority
attractive.
complex all of a sudden.
Yeah, and the one
Well,
thing.
Well,
that
I'm
you-
just thinking.
Lots of
Chronic.
hot 20-somethings.
That's what it sounds like.
Gonna save the world, yeah.
Is this Melrose Place?
It is. It's like the CW. There's like so much drama even before the action. It's like 1 second of action of combat, and then everything else is talking about who slept with who. The entire
Everybody's so
time.
calmly. Oh god.
The one thing you
I
do
put
know.
my
Alright.
visor down so as not to embarrass myself.
The one thing you notice, though, Sir Ralph, as you're, you kind of keep looking over towards Tiberius, and you thought he was an elf, but
Yes,
as you
he
look at
carried
him,
himself in an
yeah,
elvish manner when I first saw him.
yeah, exactly. But as you look at him more and more, he doesn't have elf
He's actually a
ears.
metrosexual.
it looks like he is a human. He is not an elf.
Huh.
He just
All
has
right. I'll make a
manicured.
mental note of that.
Yeah, he has manicured eyebrows that kind of make it look like
Okay.
he's an elf.
Eyebrows in
You
the
shave them
elvish
off and paint them
style.
on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep
Alright.
I
To
keep
each
my
his own.
moisturizer
To
on
each
my
his own.
skin too, Dave.
Plucked a little too much.
I have no facial hair. Everything's shaved down like a baby's bottom.
He waxes his beard.
I'd wax the crap out of it.
Hey, I wax mine.
I know you're always waxing off, from what I hear.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey.
Very well. We all accoutred in the
Yes.
the newer high level robes, as it were.
Correct. So
Who's wearing them then? Who should I
Me.
defer to as my lieutenants now?
I guess that would be me and the Lady Vay over here would be our
Lady Vay.
the two lieutenants. So you two would do well to walk behind us.
Indeed.
Just for
The view is much
appearances.
better as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, robes, whatever.
I am so gonna fart the entire way. I'm
I
gonna muster up as much
I had
gas
always
as I
heard
can
elves
and
don't
expel it.
fart.
Elves
no, they
fart.
don't. No, they just sweat. No, wait, what is it that they go into trances? It's like since they don't sleep. Since they don't sleep, they
They do
trance.
eat, and they have a digestive process, I assume, Tiberius. So farting
they-
is not out of the realm of
No,
possibility.
they're so perfect. They're so perfect of a metabolism that every ounce of energy is pulled. They don't need to. They don't defecate. They're perfect.
And if they did, it would probably smell wonderful.
They're the
a side
opposite.
note.
It
It's
is.
like
oh,
lilies
Honey and
and
flowers.
All right, let us be on our way. We can discuss the bodily functions of the elves at a later date, assuming we all survive this.
Oh my goodness! It smells like I'm in the misty forest once again. Sorry.
That's
Well,
right.
we are amongst all these scented candles and whatnot now. I don't know if we could differentiate an elf fart from amongst them as it is.
Alright, so we continue.
Okay, you guys are
Nah.
continuing around now. You do as you continue around there are several more. There's definitely more doors on the left hand side as you're walking down this hallway, and like I said, the hallway does have a curve to the right, so you are moving in a clockwise manner around this large center chamber, and you
Okay.
come up to a couple doors on the left, and then you can see a beautiful door that's on your right hand side, and all throughout the
Well,
way,
this looks like the one.
Willie, as you're looking above you, you can see these these portholes that's emitting all of the sound.
Obviously, I'm the one with his head on a swivel. I am checking everything out, guys. Fear not. The portholes are still at the same regular intervals, you're saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
The sound is still the ritual is still ongoing. Okay.
Yes, but
We must make haste.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's